Welcome, guys. My name is Armando. You can call me Mando from Bomberos on Fire podcast. Um, Before I start, I want to say thank you to the guys who are coming back. Thank you for the new people that show up. If you don't mind to, please subscribe, link, share, whatever you click on it, just do it to support the podcast, support the channel so we can grow and bring more people. Today I got a really special guest. But before I say about her, let me just say about a quick sponsor shout out to Roto School. If you want to become a helicopter pilot and you have that's your dream, they got a school in Central Florida that can help you with that. They even have a loan program. They're bilingual. If you're in outside the U.S., they can help you to get your license too or recertify. So if you want your dream is to fly and fly away, that's the best chance you have, at least in Florida, in Central Florida, which is a few schools in between. And with that, we can start the podcast. Miss Spencer, how you doing today?
Hi,
Yay!
good.
Hi.
It's been a
So
busy
if
day
you
so
don't mind,
far.
try to introduce yourself. Who you are, what do you do, and we go from there.
Hi, my name is Spencer. I am an aerialist, I guess exotic entertainer, uh, an aerial trainer, specializing more in pole and then lyra as well and lollipop. Um, what else do I do? It's not the only thing. I have layers. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's so far.
I know that you are
But yeah, that's
gold medalist, Aerial 2024 that I read.
oh yes. Yeah, so we did it's a competition called Aerial Angels. It's hosted in Lafayette, or Bouchard, I'm sorry. It's south of Lafayette in Louisiana. It's
Mhm.
hosted by Michael's Men's Club. And Aerial Angels is basically about 13 to 14 different women. We perform two categories. One is an aerial of your choice, and the other one is pole, obviously.
Mhm.
So between those 14 women, I came out first, and it was my
Congrats.
second year competing. And last year I placed second, and that was my first ever like aerial competition. So yeah,
Nice.
pretty excited about that.
Congrats. That shit is not easy.
No, I mean I worked for about 7 months on my routines, so yeah, it took a lot of time, a
Yeah,
lot of
and
bruises. Very,
I
very.
bet. And the routine you put it yourself, or you had a group of people that help you, have a team. The music, how do you mix the music? Who does that? Yourself?
Oh, okay. So the music, I actually just found like a random song that I just enjoyed. So I built my routine on there. I have multiple different trainers that I work with. My aerial routine, I work with a girl in Dallas. Her name is Ashley Peters. She's an amazing, beautiful aerialist. And she helped me with my lyra routine. And then I have another great friend. Her name is Quinn. And she is over in like the Fort Worth area. And she helped me with my pole routine. And
Oh
we've been
wow,
working together. Yeah, both of us have been working together for, I would say, like a couple years now. So it's
wow.
been really awesome. They're wonderful, wonderful ladies. And then the people that you meet in the aerial and circus industry, very unique and sweet, hardworking, very kind-hearted. Yes, it's a beautiful, like, little community to be a part of.
That's awesome. And also, I mean, how do you
Yeah.
keep your fitness? Because you have to travel. Do you travel a lot, or you stay in one club? Or how does that works?
Well, like if I'm working like the exotic dancer part, I stay in one club. But I do travel for my aerial competitions. I'm actually going to Vegas this weekend to train with my trainer in Vegas. So it's just like a little weekend training trip, which it will be my
Nice.
first time, so I'm pretty excited. But yeah, I go travel to train and do cool little things,
You do.
compete.
You do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and yeah, I have a friend actually who's worked with me in the same fires department. He used to be a adult entertainer, dancer, back in the days. I'm talking about '80s. So with the big shoulder straps and all that.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
get
he used to
you.
be a male dancer, and he said that South Miami is insane, and
Oh
all,
yeah.
I bet, and
Mm-mm.
also he said that the public, right? he's a male. He used to be a male dancer, and he said that the women are worse as a public when you show up. I don't know if you have the same problem, between men and guys. Who's the most? He said the dirtiest one, or the ones who go crazier.
Um, well, I would say that there's a bit in women that have came in as patrons and they've been very aggressive. Yeah,
I
like
bet.
more like kind of like grabbing and friggin' like, smacking you and stuff. And you're like, dude, like, I'm a human. Hold
Yeah,
on,
you
back
are.
up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're working. Fuck, I
Yeah,
mean, it's part of the job.
like, I mean, but the thing is that you get to choose who you want to be around. Like, you don't have to sit there and sit with someone who's going to smack you or whatever unless you're okay with that. Then
That's up to you.
that's all up to you. It's your choice, really.
No, yeah, I
But
can't even
then
imagine.
also, like, some people feel like, yeah, but some people would feel like, oh, well, I'm supposed to, like, this is how it's supposed to go, and I'm supposed to be treated like this. And it's just like, no, you have an option. You can say no and
Yeah,
kind of avoid them or get, like management or something, be like, hey, help me out. This person's weird. I'm being hurt. Like, there's been a couple incidents where I've been like basically like choked backwards, and man, that scared the shit out. I was not a happy camper. I was like
holy shit.
crying and everything. Yeah, there was one guy, because I wouldn't kiss him. He sit there and he came and he bit my neck and like grabbed it and pulled it with his teeth.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
God damn.
they kicked him out immediately.
Yeah, I bet. That's
Yeah, it
like,
was
that's
not,
assault.
yeah.
That shit is battery assault outside I mean, that's.
Oh yeah.
And how do you deal with that? How do you deal with the fact of that could happen, like mental health wise? What do you do to
Well, I
relax
mean,
or
I cried
detox?
afterwards. I cried and
Yeah,
went home.
I
Yeah,
bet.
I just cried and went home. I'm sorry, I'm going home.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Shut it
But
down.
otherwise, I mean,
And
yeah, I haven't really even thought about it since now. Yeah.
well, yeah, is I guess we go with the flow. But how do you because when you come from work, in my case, I'm a fireman, so I work 24 hours. I go
hmm
home and go to the gym. How do you get out your mind out of the work, and
hmm
what do you do to relax or to enjoy? What do you like to do
Um.
besides sleep?
Well, me training, like the things that I do now. I mean, I'm a very on the go person.
Okay.
So whenever I sit and relax, like take a bath or simple things. I like to sit outside when it feels nice and enjoy the outside. Um, what Me and my husband own bees, so
Mm,
we have a little beehive outside that we get to tend to. So that's very
nice.
relaxing and enjoyable. Oh yeah, they're
That's actually
beautiful,
cool.
beautiful little creatures.
That's pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
love
That's
them so
actually
much.
really out there. I wasn't expecting that. How's that? How do you go into that?
Yeah. Well, I was wanting bees for like a year, and then he decided, I was like, I really want some bees. He's like, okay, well, he built like this little platform and a gate and just a whole little bee compound. So we ordered the hive and we ordered some bees. We've had them for about 3 months now.
And now
So
you're
yeah, just
collecting.
kind of.
Well, yeah, you're
Yeah.
collecting now
I mean, we're
honey.
making a lot of mistakes, but that's how you learn.
Oh my god, that's pretty cool. I wasn't
A lot of
expecting that.
mistakes, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's life. The same as life. You fucking you hit it until you hit it running, and then you figure out the way.
Right.
Yeah, and
Yeah, just get back to the world a little bit.
yeah, that's pretty cool
It's
actually.
kind of like the dream. Yeah.
That, that's
I mean,
awesome.
because I can't do aerial forever, but
True
what we're
that.
already starting to. Yeah, I want to do like little bee apiary.
Okay.
So like basically have like 200 like bee boxes.
Holy shit.
So like probably over 1 billion bees. But then like do like a little like housing, like an Airbnb stuff, or
Okay.
Airbnb, you know,
Oh,
B&Bs.
B&Bs, Airbnbs.
Yeah,
That's
Airbnbs. Yeah.
that would be cool. Hey, I might
Yeah,
I
so
might
that's
stay
kind of
there
like
just to check it out. That'll be pretty fucking cool.
hell yeah.
That would be awesome.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be a few years down the line, but
That's the plan.
I've already started the foundation, so the foundation is here. We're just
Yeah,
getting to the next steps. So,
and
yeah, it's definitely very exciting.
that's pretty cool. And I'm curious now, how do you meet your husband, or where you met him? Because you work basically overnight.
Actually, no. So actually, I do bikini competitions as well.
Oh, okay.
So I was at Yes. So I was at what was it? Black and Gold Harley Davidson back in like 2019. I was competing,
Hmm.
and his friend was like, "Oh, hey, there's a bikini competition. Come with me." He's like, "Okay, whatever." Showed up, and he told me when he saw me, he was like, "Oh my God!" And he ended up getting a picture with me, which it was
Yeah.
after that, never talked or anything like that. And then just randomly added him on Snapchat one day. Didn't know it was him. We were just chatting for a couple weeks. And then he was like, wait a minute. He's like, what do you do? Like, you look familiar. So I was just kind of telling him, like, yeah, I do bikini modeling contest. He was like, hey, were you here on this date? And
Oh
he
shit,
sent me a picture of myself and him together. Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
So, because he told his friend, he was like, I met my future wife. And then here we are now.
Here you go now. Awesome. That's actually a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like a creeper either. Like, hey, I kind of know you. I guess this is a picture because you probably have a lot of those
Yeah.
creepers.
Yeah, it was crazy. Super awesome story. And then we have the same birthday as well.
Oh no shit. When is your birthday? Or when you guys' birthday?
Yeah, we're just 8 years apart.
Okay.
July 16th. So he's 8 years older than me.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, I guess, in advance for you two guys. I hope you guys.
No, thanks. Early birthday.
You're welcome. A month and a half, probably more than that. Well, by the time this podcast comes
Mm-hmm.
out, it might be close to your birthday, probably.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'll be
And
actually
we
pretty
can be
cool.
like, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday from the past.
Yeah, we're going out of town.
Oh, nice.
Right. Well, we're going out of town because I have another competition. It's at the same Michael's Men's Club where I do Aerial Angels. It's called
Hmm.
Stripper Olympics.
Oh, Stripper Olympics.
So they've been, yeah.
And what do you guys?
They've
What are
been doing
the?
that for 13 years.
Holy shit! And what are the? I don't know categories. What do you guys besides pole and I guess aerial? What else you compete? That's interesting.
Oh, okay. So the categories are we do a pole routine. You can add aerial, but it's a floor show. We call it a floor show.
Okay.
So you have a pole routine, a floor show, and then a lap dance routine.
Oh. Okay. And you doing pole? You guys do everything. I imagine.
Yeah, we have to do all three categories.
And what is the price? How much you guys will make if you win the gold medal?
So basically, they set it up as each three categories has first, second, and third place, and then at the end they do an overall. So they have first, second, and third overall. So if you've placed at least a couple times in in any of the categories that you competed in, then you have a chance to, basically get the whole,
The whole
first,
money.
second, and third overall. And then they have like little mini medals, best legs, best breast, and best butt.
Ah, nice. That's cool though. I mean, I don't know nothing about that world. To be honest, I only been in strip clubs. I can count with my hand how many times I've been. I've been in Las Vegas though. When I went to Las Vegas one time, I said, yeah, I have to go just because it's Las Vegas. But other than that, it's just few in between. I had a good time, obviously.
I don't know. I don't have a really good run-in with a Vegas strip club. So,
Oh, really? Why?
I'm not really happy with that.
Why?
So I went last year for an audition.
Okay.
And I was told that, hey, if you work you get your hotel paid for, and then you're gonna perform for, it's like a traveling showgirl group or whatever. I had to pay for my own flight, and well, when I got there, they were like, I wasn't supposed to pay house fees or anything. So when we got there, they sit there and told us, like, oh, now you have to work at least 8 hours for you to get the hotel. And then I still had to pay house fees. Which on top of that, I ended up doing some dances with a gentleman that was out of country, and they sit there and said that they ran his card. Well, I came back to collect my stupid little piece of paper that they give us for the end of the night to turn in to like get our money. And they were like, "Oh, here's a pink slip." I was like, "What is this?" They're like, "You have to wait 30 days to collect your money." And
Oh
I'm like, "What do you
no.
mean I have to wait 30 days?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah." And they were like, "Oh, you have to wait 30 days because since it's from out of country, you know, that's just what we have to do." And I was like, "Well, why didn't," I was like, "Nobody told me this before I gave the dances." And I was like, "I'm not even going to be here. I'm only here for these 3 days. Like, I don't," and they're
Oh.
like, "Oh, we'll mail you a check." I've never gotten a check. Yeah, I mean, it was $150, but it was still just frustrating because I was like,
Still.
look, like, I'm already out coming here, and then I'm completely exhausted because I'm having to work 8-hour shifts there. And whenever I flew in, it took me until like, we were supposed to have the hotel at like 3 or 4. It took them until 6 o'clock for me to actually get my hotel
God.
after flying in. And then I had to work that night, the same night that I flew in.
Oh no, they're
And went
pretty
up to the
dirty.
club. They made me.
God
Yeah, it was definitely
damn.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not well communicated with everything. So
Uh,
yeah,
so now, yeah, stay away from Las Vegas.
lesson learned.
Yeah, listen, learn. And
Yeah,
for those who doesn't know, right? How do you guys get paid? You get paid by hour, by the tips. How that works? Because somebody had no idea.
it's yeah, everything's with tips. So it's basically like hairdressers. They have to rent
Hmm.
out their chair.
Yeah.
They sit there, pay money for their chair, so they're able to work at that place. So that's basically what we do for the club. We pay rent to the club every day that we show up, and then we have tip outs. Like server has tip outs. We have tip outs to a DJ and the house mom, so we pay them as well, and we just make tips. So whatever the patrons give us is what we get to keep. But
Oh,
it varies for different clubs and different states as well, because I've worked in many different states, and it definitely varies. Because some clubs, they will have the patron pay the club and then you collect your money. Where I'm at, I collect it myself.
okay. That'll be more money, probably, right? I mean, you make more money that way if you collect it yourself. At least you control the flow of money.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense.
absolutely. Because then they're not like taking their part out of it or whatever.
Exactly. And how much a club charge you just to work on that? Just for curiosity. Or normally, how much they charge?
Um, it really it varies. It varies with every club. Mine, they do it by the time that you come in, so it basically goes up every like 30 minutes.
Oh,
But I don't work at night. I work in the day. But I think like the max it usually is in the day is probably about like $47 to 50 something
an hour.
just
Okay.
to walk in and work.
Okay. And how many hours can you
Yeah, and
work?
that's not including well, because again, every place is different. Our
Hmm.
contract is we're supposed to work at least 7 hours a day.
Okay. Oh, wow. So
Hmm.
so you need to work it because you're losing money. You just right off the bat, you already lost money. You have to recover what you spend on the DJ, the server, the club, and then you make your money.
Hmm.
So gentlemen, please tip. Be generous with with that because you have to work it, literally.
Oh yeah, we all pay to work, so that's just kind of how it is. I
Because
mean,
yeah,
that's how it's always been, really.
yeah. And which state is the best, and which one is the worst to work? Or do you feel like, oh, besides Las Vegas, obviously?
Well, I mean, yeah, I really wasn't happy with Vegas. I've been in Orlando before, and that is
Oh,
very Disney controlled. Yeah, it's
Yes.
Disney controlled. So,
Yes.
like say a patron's sitting down and his legs aren't together, they're apart. You're not
Yeah.
allowed to be in between their legs at all. You have to be like
Oh.
6 inches in front of their knees.
Okay.
And there's no contact. There's pasties. I mean,
You know what?
Texas has legit the best strip clubs. Yeah.
Really?
I have to say, Texas
Because
has the best strip clubs. Yeah, they
and
do. Absolutely
wow,
do.
wow. Yeah, all right. I will say I will check it out then someday when I travel to
Yeah,
Texas.
absolutely. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, but again, I haven't been everywhere, so
Yeah,
my opinion is only
Texas,
as far as
Orlando.
I've been.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that
Yeah,
Tampa, like
Orlando.
Miami, Tampa, and Orlando, are different. Have different rules, but it depends of I guess the city limitations or
Hmm.
whatever you guys or whatever the club is allowed to do. But I know that
Yeah.
Orlando is really limited.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of places that are really limited. It just depends on where you're at. I mean, again, I don't know
Yeah, yeah,
all of the clubs, but a lot of them that I've been to, even some of them in Texas, they all run a little differently. So,
yeah. I bet, and they'll have to make money somehow, somewhere, right?
oh yeah, they make enough.
They make a lot. They make a lot. And
Yeah,
I got a question too. When you mentioned the mom house, what is that, or something? You mentioned the
the
DJ,
house
the
mom.
house mom. Yeah, what is that? Or who's that person?
So a house mom she's a lady that stays in the back of the dressing room, and she supplies everything that we need. She has outfits, eyelashes. You need
Oh,
eyelash glue. You need some like toiletries. You need hairspray, like legit anything that you can ask for. That's what the house mom is for.
oh,
If
okay.
if you rip your outfit, like, oh, house mom, help me. Yeah, she's
And
there.
she will fix it. She's a handyman or handy girl, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Somebody
Yeah.
take care of you girls. That's awesome. And how different is a male street club with a women's street club, like or a male performer and a female performer, into the tips and money?
Well, so my brother actually used to work at
Oh,
LeBairs
okay.
a long, long time ago. Yeah. So, but I've only been in, because that's one of the male strip clubs we have over in Dallas, and I've only been in like maybe once or twice. The males, they actually have to go and uh, like practice and run through their routines and their skits and stuff like that. And girls, a lot of them just kind of walk around on stage and
Really?
kind of shake their butt. It's not really, yeah. So the men, they definitely put a lot of work into their routines. I do have to say that for sure.
No shit. That's interesting. That's really
Yeah, a
interesting,
lot of
actually.
times, yeah, like the hiring process.
Yeah.
The hiring process is just kind of like, okay, depending on where you have to go, because Fort Worth doesn't have licensing, Dallas has licensing. Um,
Okay.
so depending on where you go, they just kind of look at you and be like, oh, can you dance? Can you speak English? Or how much English can you speak? And
Wow.
if they feel like you're okay, then they'll let you work. But
That's
then
when you.
some places are like, oh, you have to go through like a whole audition process.
Oh wow. That's yeah. I can see. Yeah, I can see that. I guess the quality or whatever the owner wants the vision of the club to be. That's interesting a lot. And what is your routine,
Hmm.
fitness routine to keep in shape? Because what you do is not easy task. Just climbing that
Oh
shit, going
no.
to there and there.
Well, I move around a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I move around a lot, but I usually go train about 3 times a week, usually for about like 2 hours or so.
Okay.
And then obviously I go to work and,
Yeah.
maintain the family life and stuff like that and eat healthy,
Yeah.
try
I
not to
bet.
eat fast food.
Yeah. You eat clean a lot,
Yeah, that's
probably.
really how I do it. Yeah, I mean, I feel a difference if I don't eat clean. So
Yeah,
tired, sluggish, feel
yeah.
gross.
A lot of
As
coffee,
I'm drinking a
probably.
soda right now, but don't mind me.
That's fine. A lot of coffee and a cafe and a soda, I guess, and sugar to stay awake, or when you feel like that.
Well, I don't drink coffee, but I
Oh, okay,
definitely intake a lot of sugar and very little carbs.
okay. Well, it's a way to keep your figure, I guess, to keep it kind of clean, lean.
Yeah, I don't know. It works for me. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I just smell cake and I'll
I
get
just
fat.
know.
So yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm cool with it. Like, but I just know if you have sugar and carbs together, it equals fat. So it's either one or the other. Choose your poison for the day.
exactly. Yeah, sometimes how to choose too much poison.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you juggle, or how do you
Exactly.
deal with the family life and work? How do you deal with that?
It gets a lot sometimes. I'm tired.
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
I'm usually always tired.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of lucky with my mindset and the drive that I've always had that I'm
Okay,
able to juggle multiple things. I mean, but my husband does a lot of the home stuff. Like,
okay.
really, my job is like groceries and, making sure if I'm home, I make dinner.
Got it.
Like, yeah, just like the little things. He takes care of like the majority stuff. So then I can do my training and go to work and, take care of the family on that front end.
Yeah, yeah. No, you have to. I mean, yeah. If you need, like I said, you need to keep
Mm-hmm.
yourself fit and all that, and eat clean, and that's a routine. That's a whole schedule you have to actually perform the level you perform. Because I see you girls like,
Oh yeah, and it's good that I have like a teammate too. That's the
yeah,
good thing about it is because it would have been a lot harder if he wasn't here helping and
I
doing
bet.
all that because I've been there and that's rough.
Yeah, I bet it's rough. I can't even imagine just traveling, going this way, and then working overnight, and then trying to keep yourself fit, and yeah, it's a lot. And I'm glad you have somebody to help you out, to like support system and support whatever you need to do. Talking about it, do you have any projects on the future, or what else you do? You train people, maybe people interested on that, on pole dancing or anything like that, or fitness?
Um, well, let's see. I don't know. I really do a lot of my own, just training with my trainers and
Hmm.
getting myself prepped for like the competitions coming up and stuff. Because sometimes I'll get gigs to where they hire me to perform at different events, but that I don't really have to practice for because I already
Yeah,
have my own like routines.
exactly.
So it's just kind of like I get a free flow through those.
Okay.
It's nice. It gives me a break instead of having to do something consistently over and over again.
Yeah. And what
It's
is
very
the
challenging on the body too.
Oh,
So,
I bet. Just twerk. I mean, you have to like literally fold
hmm
yourself in a little ring, and don't fall from the ring. Yeah, I give it to you, girl. That shit takes a lot.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that takes a lot. And besides, what is the weirdest gig that you have in the past? I mean, so far, or the most like out of nowhere that you have to work one gig. Like, oh, this shit is weird. Oh, the weird place. Hmm.
Hmm.
That means you got a lot if you're thinking about it.
I've done I've done like a frat party before.
Ooh, ooh,
Like yeah, it was me and then there was like I think like 5 or 6 or 7 other girls or whatever. But
yeah.
yeah, it was a frat party and that was extremely interesting. They
I.
they had like a big old circle in the middle where
Mm-hmm.
people would sit and they would all sit in circles. So the girls would go, we'd all go around and dance in the circle. And
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that was a very interesting,
I
that was a
bet.
very interesting gig for sure.
I bet. And
Yeah,
how
I felt like a little monkey, honestly.
Oh my god, I can't imagine how many people or guys, I don't know, in that place, in that circle.
I wouldn't, I couldn't even tell you. I mean, I guess probably like 40 to 50,
Oh, I'm thinking like 10 or
maybe.
15.
I don't even.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is like a whole frat party. Like I guess the fraternity itself put it on for them.
Okay.
I don't know all
Hey.
the details. I was just hired, and it
Yeah, yeah.
was. I don't know if I'd ever do it again. I don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds like a
No.
weird gig. Hey, if you get paid good money, at least you get out of it, something out of it, which is good, I guess.
Yeah, I hustled pretty well, so I got lucky, I guess.
And what is the most money you had in one night? I guess a tip. Ooh.
Like from one person,
Let's say one person,
like
and
all
then we
together.
can say the whole night,
I
because that's also interesting.
was like, does it have to be like monetary or does it have to be like a gift?
Oh, oh. Well, since you put it that way, let's say both monetary and gift. You open the box, so
I did, so you get a choice. Which one?
I'll say gift. Let's do a gift because that's the money when people think about gift. Like,
I've gotten some. I'm not going to disclose the price,
no.
but I've gotten some I've gotten some very expensive earrings.
okay, they
Yes,
that works. Yes.
I would say I could probably get a new car with those earrings.
Oh
Not
wow.
like a Toyota.
Yeah, you're not getting a
I could
Tesla
get
or
a
like
Toyota.
a Rolls Royce or like
No,
yeah,
no, no,
a
no.
Corvette. No, you're getting a Toyota.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd probably still have to pay out the pocket a little bit, but yeah, I could get
Hey, at least you can get Chevy Aveo. Those are cheap.
those. They're amazing.
Really? What do you like? Do you like what do you have? You have a Tacoma,
No,
or
I
you
have
have?
a 2011 Corolla Sport.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. They're great in gas. There's not, especially
Yeah,
2011.
it's almost 200,000 miles, so I'm super excited.
Keep it, girl. I got a F-150. Obviously, firefighter. We have to have trucks no matter what. But I love it. It's the basic
I don't
model,
know.
and I can put all my shit on the back.
Like my daddy always taught me not to like Ford, so
Well, yeah. Well, pickup trucks are great. Everything else, I don't know. Pickup trucks, at least for me,
oh
because
yeah,
I used to
yeah,
have a Tacoma. Used to have a Tacoma. I didn't like it. It's too small.
oh
I'm
yeah.
6'3".
Oh well, then I mean that makes it no. You have to have one of those. Yeah. No, they don't make
Yeah.
freaking Toyotas or Hondas for tall people. Yeah, no, you have to
No,
have those. No, that makes sense.
they all Asian
Not
people
just
driving that shit all the time. So they're small guys.
right. I'm a small human, so the Toyota works.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I want to ask you something too. So what is the cheapest place? Oh, they're not cheapest. Where's the top? What people the tough give you the? You have to really hustle the money. Where's the place or the location that you say I have to hustle this shit a lot? You probably won't come back, but in the states, you mean like I won't come back to this place or state?
I'm not sure because whenever I've traveled dance, I've kind of pretty quiet, so
Mm,
I uh, I usually hang out with people that I already know.
okay. Okay.
But yeah, when I traveled, I was younger, but now I'm just at one spot, so I got people that I know and I see every so often, so I'm cool with that. I don't
Okay.
have
You
to
got
meet
your
too many new people.
yeah. That's cool. You have your frequent flyers. Like we talk in the on the EMS, like my frequent flyer. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
That's yeah. Keep you
yeah, that makes it
some
easier,
yeah some safe zone too.
safer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like I know
agree.
what to expect. I know I'm not gonna get upset or like you know nothing's gonna happen to me. Nothing bad's gonna happen. I already
Yeah,
know
and
them.
yeah, because what do you guys do in general is dangerous because you don't know who's the other person sitting on the chair, and like you mentioned earlier, you
Oh
got
yeah,
somebody who attack you, so you never know, and it's good to feel safe, especially in that environment.
yeah. Well, and then also that person that attacked me, it was 11:30 in the morning.
Oh Jesus Christ! Fuck.
Yeah, I was working. I
Damn.
was in day shift. Yeah, 11:30 in the morning, just for start of the day.
God damn, 11:30.
Thanks.
That early? Yeah, I thought I'm gonna imagine
Yeah,
like
that
at 9.
early.
No, 11:30. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
bro.
no, that early. Yeah, it's anytime. That's what it is. It can happen anytime. Does not matter
Anytime.
day or night. Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. How long you been working in as an entertainer? For how long already?
God, what year is it? It's
20,
2024, right?
Yeah, yeah. So far.
I know, right? Um, what? 13, 14 years?
Oh wow, that's a lot of time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
since
yeah,
I was
you.
19.
Oh wow. That's pretty cool though. If you found that, I mean, that's what you do as your passion, and you do also modeling too, and you do aerial, and do all that, and yeah, that's a lot. A lot of time.
Yeah, never keep your eggs in one basket.
Oh, girl, I agree. I got 2 companies, so I agree. I got the podcast, which I
There
do
you
have more of
go.
like as a passion, but I do behind me. This is called the Piracy Group.
Mm-hmm.
It's a company. I teach firefighters how to save themselves or save another fireman down outside the U.S.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
amazing. That's
yeah,
fabulous. That's
I
absolutely
actually
wonderful.
been in Poland twice in less than a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's freaking
Poland.
awesome. I've never
Yeah.
been.
Oh,
That's
Poland?
amazing.
Poland is amazing. The food is amazing too. Uh,
Mhm.
vodka is like cheaper than water, obviously. Um,
It's horrible.
it it is. Water is more expensive than freaking vodka. Uh, but the people are so
Mhm.
friendly. I love Poland. I will go back in a heartbeat. And I don't
Yes,
even
I definitely want to go out of the country.
do it. And
So
I'm going
bucket
to
list right
Chile.
there.
Yeah, by the time this podcast will come out, I'll hopefully be. I'm going to Chile, and at the end of July to teach the same class but in
Oh,
Spanish.
oh my God, that's so awesome. That's going
Yeah.
to be amazing. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I can't wait, and I got a
Sit there,
couple
you need to do a
trips.
little vlog or something.
Yeah, that's why I got the Instagram, the website. People follow me. People request classes, so I try my best to show that knowledge because outside the U.S. there is not a thought about hey, if a firefighter goes down, how do I rescue them? Because it's different from rescue a normal person. Because we carry the equipment, we
Mm-hmm.
carry almost like 70 pounds extra on top of how much we weigh. And you know we are not small
Oh, yeah.
guys.
No, not at all. What y'all
Not
do is
at all.
amazing.
Yeah, so I trying to show them how to do it outside the U.S. and that's my little company that I got,
Mm-hmm.
and also have another one that I do IV treatments like vitamin B12, glutathione, all
Oh,
those
yeah.
vitamins. Yeah, I do. I go to your places
Mm-hmm.
and I do it too. Hey, if you're in Orlando area or
I have one
Florida,
of those girls.
there you go. So if you're coming to Florida to Orlando, I can hook you up with that. Let me know. I'll show up in Tampa, Orlando, whatever you are, and I'll give you
Hell
some
yeah, I'm
vitamins so
down.
I can help you out. No, it really helps. That shit helps.
Oh, yeah, I get them right before competition. I'll call my girl up and be like, hey, friend, come on.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. So if you're in Florida, I can hook you up with that. No problem.
Hells yes, I'm down. Super
Yeah,
awesome. Much
yeah.
appreciated.
Hey, and you're welcome. No, thank you to be here and talking to me for at least an hour. That's amazing. People really interested on your life, on what do you do. Actually, I was talking to the guys on station like a week ago. He said, hey, I might interview the entertainer, a dancer. He's like, really, bro? I want to see the episode. So they're all excited to check it out. You know the information because we don't know. We only know one side. We don't know the rest. We don't know what it takes for you
Yeah,
to get to that level.
a lot of mental strength for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's not for the faint of heart at
So
all. Because there's people that
what?
are mean. Like people are really
Yeah,
mean.
yeah, and like I told you before, maybe people don't know everything that you do outside. Just they put in a little box and say, hey, she's this. No, she's more than just a dancer. She's fitness. She's aerial. She's doing this. You got bees in your house. You can build an Airbnb. I
I
mean,
got bees. Yeah, I got
yeah, you're
bees.
like fucking bees. So it's not just that. You are not just that person. It's the same with me or anybody. I'm not just a fireman. I can do more than that. It's just uh, people in general have that stigma about the stripping or adult entertainment or dancers that no, they're human beings too. You guys do a lot of things to get to that. You have to deal with a lot of shit too.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I can only speak. Excuse me, I can only speak for myself. Like I am one of the very few that go outside of their realm of just the exotic entertainment and do other things. Sometimes the girls, all they have is, the club or the OnlyFans and stuff, and then that's all they do. But again, like some of them, that's all they do, but then they got kids at home that they're taking care of and,
Yeah,
trying to raise new little humans,
that's not
which,
easy.
whenever they're at the club, they are not going to be the same person when they're at home.
Yeah, yeah, I can't even imagine. I mean, you guys are wife, you guys are sisters, you guys are mother. So it's not just that. It's like a job. It's just more physical and mentally. I think it's more mentally to me. I never done it. I don't think I got the.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, you have to take a lot.
I
And
mean, because there's been days. Sorry.
no, you're good.
Yeah, there's been days that like I've seen some girls just go in the back. I mean, even when I started dancing, I would go in the back and like freaking bust out crying because you didn't walk out with any money and you feel like you're ugly.
Yeah,
Like you feel like, oh, like am I not pretty enough? Like, or am I not interesting enough? Like, is it not worth for me to get like at least one dance from somebody out the day?
yeah,
Like, and then there's girls in the back that are just crying and stuff because they're like, well, I really need this for this or whatnot. Yeah,
yeah,
because it definitely becomes a toll. I mean, a lot of girls will sit there, and even myself, I'll take like a week or so and not go to work or nothing and just kind of be like, okay, I'm going to be doing this. I need a break,
no, yeah. You need a
break
break.
away
You
from
need to.
people.
Yeah, you have to. You have to
Hmm.
get away from that. Should get a break, mental break, and come back. Yeah, I can imagine what you guys have to go through to deal with all that judgment and between you two girls too, probably. Oh, I'm prettier than you. Oh, I got this, I got that, and also,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that does have a like a big thing too, because where I'm at, not a lot of the girls, well, in the day, not a lot of the girls are like very feisty with each other or rude. But at night, yeah, these girls will sit there. One will jump across like the stage and start hitting the other girl in the face and pulling
God
her
damn.
hair. And
Oh God.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I,
just
God,
seen a couple of
what?
those, but it hasn't happened in a long time.
Good,
People have their
good.
sense now.
Yeah, good. I'm glad people realize more of this. It's a professional job. I mean, it is a job. Wow, they take it personal. And
Hmm.
also, you guys, besides the physical part, you have to like, it's a mental game with the guy or with the patron. Like, you need to kind of guide him. Hey, let's go dance so I can get more money. So it could be mental exhausted too, just to be in the game all the time.
Oh yeah, and then sometimes it's like, I don't know. I feel like if you're like a very like baby dancer, it is mentally exhausting. But if I've just always just been myself and
Okay.
talked about like real life conversations. Like I'm not like a girl that's gonna walk up to you and be like, "Oh hey, how you doing? Would you like a dance?" Like no, like I'm gonna sit down and talk to you, have a conversation, get to know your name, like talk
Yeah.
about something interesting, and then be like, "Hey, would you like to go and freaking
Yeah.
see my
Private. Yeah.
nipples?"
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Hey, that's true. Hey, get a private. So, hey, you too, hustle, girl. I feel you. I feel you. Um, and what do you recommend? Is with a girl that wants to become or wants to get into that world? What do you recommend a baby brand new to do to keep herself safe?
No. Um, for one, be careful of trusting the dancers. Be careful of
Mm.
because a lot of girls will end up becoming like best friends with the dancer, and there's been a lot of times where that's fallen through. One of the girls stolen money or
Oh wow.
something like that. So you can be cordial, but just try not to get an immediate friendship and deep dive down into something like that just yet until you've kind of gotten your feet in there. Like, be cordial, be nice, be friends at the club, but don't invite them in your personal life just yet. Like, wait before you start doing that, because you don't know what they have going on, what's in their life, because I mean, there's a whole different array of women and people in there that you don't know what's going on. So that's like a good thing to know, to protect yourself from any drama or mishaps that could happen between you and a coworker
Got
dancing.
it.
And then also, like, whenever you leave the club, because some clubs, they're really nice about it. Whenever you leave, make sure you grab like a bouncer or something like that. I leave in the day, so I'm not really worried about a bouncer
Yeah.
too much, but I always keep aware of my surroundings. And then don't get too drunk. Like, don't get fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
you're not in there to get fucked up. Like, the
You need
more
to make
money you
money.
spend on drinks, the less money you get to put in your pocket.
That's true.
And don't get the fake drinks either. Yeah, the guys hate that. The guys hate fake drinks. Like, just be like, hey, if you don't like drinking, just be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not a drinker. Some guys will say, okay, you're gonna have to leave, because they want somebody who's gonna drink with them. It's just, it really varies. But yeah, just don't get drunk. Like, don't get trashed, because that's when bad things happen.
That's true.
There's
Yeah,
been
protect
multiple
yourself.
girls that's left our club. Yeah, there's been multiple girls that's left our club, and they didn't make it back that day. They didn't make it back the next day. May they rest in peace. But yeah, they left, and they were definitely intoxicated, and they didn't make it back. So we've had quite a few, and it's very tragic. It's really sad, especially like the bond that whenever you're at one spot for a long time, you will build that bond and that friendship with those people. But just whenever you first get there, be careful, But after a while, like, because I've been at my place for freaking like 12 years, so I've bonded with the people who've stayed. So we've all worked together for like 10 years or so.
Wow, that's awesome. You got your group,
So
your
we are
support
like
group.
a family.
Yeah, you got your family,
Yeah,
and that's what you
exactly. We
need.
are like a family.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
but
have
it's
that.
just yeah, it's just you gotta be careful at first. But girls are, especially whenever they start, they're really young and sadly naive, and that's not their fault. That's just because they haven't experienced a lot. But being in this type of industry, you will experience probably about 8 lifetimes, depending on how long you stay.
I can't even imagine, girl.
Yeah.
And that's not, like you said, it's not for everybody. And you need to plan ahead, because you can do so much physically. Eventually, the body will say, "Hey, I need a break." So you need to spread your hustling to different businesses, different avenues, because I can't even imagine doing that shit for 5 years, more than 15, 20 years.
Right. Well,
I'm glad.
exactly. And then, like, another thing is, be kind and don't sit there and play the pity party role. And what I mean by that is, don't be like, oh, well, I gotta pay this or it's gonna get shut off. Well, I need this much before I get my, like, don't play that pity party. Like, that's ridiculous. Nobody wants to hear that. Be positive. Talk about, like, cool things. Like, hey, how's your day? Oh, I really like your shirt. Like, positivity is what they want. They don't want to sit there and hear a girl be like, oh, woe is me, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, that's annoying. I was like, they're depressed themselves. They come in to try to be happy. Like, make them happy, even if you have shit going on. Don't disclose a lot of your personal life. The longer you're there, people will find out your personal life. And eventually, it doesn't matter. But in the very beginning, like, don't disclose a lot of your personal life or your information. Like, keep to yourself a little bit until you're aware of your surroundings and you're aware of the people that you work with.
That's actually good advice. Keep yourself safe, no matter what. Safe is number one rule for you. Safe. That's awesome. And
Number
wow,
one.
and before we go, because it's already an hour, when you have fun, everything goes fast, right? Before we go, if people want to contact you, or you have like a website or anything that you want to spread, you're more than welcome to say it. And also, your Instagram, if you want to, I can put in the description. All your links put in the description of this episode. But go ahead. You can say whatever they can find you, or
Yeah, that would be super awesome. Yeah, y'all can, honestly, my major platform is Instagram. So it's Spencer's, SPENCERS _ and then the word paradise. And then I have a TikTok as well, but I don't remember the name. But I posted on Instagram, so y'all can find that too later. But yeah, those are my two main sites that y'all can find me on and stuff, and all my cool little adventures that I have going on.
That's awesome. And when you get your Airbnb, please let me know. I want to actually
Yes.
be. Oh, that'll be awesome to have. And before we go, who you recommend to be in the podcast? Somebody that you know, coworker. Who do you think that could be good for being in the podcast and talk about it too?
I don't know. I didn't even think about this part.
Ooh.
I mean, I would have to say probably my trainer, Ashlyn Peters.
Okay.
Yeah, she's an absolutely amazing human being, and
Sweet.
her and her family are a lot of like love and very healthy, and they've very healthy family relationship and everything, and I think she would probably be a really good candidate.
That would be cool. Thank you so much. If you don't mind to pass me the contact, I appreciate it, so I can give you a shout out, and hopefully I can get on the podcast, and that would be awesome to have it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. Anything else before we go? Again, how do you find your Instagram?
It's under Spencer's _ paradise.
Perfect. And anything else you want to say before we go?
I mean, just safety is number one, and I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to me, and I guess I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, see you later. When I go to Texas, I might check it out. Why not? I will text, hey, I'm here in town, Dallas. Dallas, right?
Right, let's go. No, I don't live in Dallas.
Oh, well, in Texas.
On the other
Texas
side.
Is a big state.
We're on the other side.
Oh, Texas is a huge, massive state. That shit is like, I went to Texas. I was in Texas a month ago, and I was in Houston. I drove 2-3 hours out Houston, the downtown area, and it still was in Houston. It's just stupid.
Oh no, Houston is terrible. That's way worse than Dallas.
Yeah, that's just stupid. I was driving and driving. Like, this is But anyway, thank you so much, people. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're more than welcome to check it out, the podcast, subscribe, click, all that shit I always say, everybody said on YouTube. Spencer, thank you so much for being here. Look her Instagram, followers, be kind, be nice, and see you in the next one. Thank you guys and appreciate it. Bye.